But first, let's catch up on what we got up to at the weekend. Apparently, there was a footy match on. Anybody watch?
Yes, I did. I was so excited. It was like Christmas Day when we woke up. I couldn't wait for it to start.
Without the presents?
Yeah. Well, that was the present
And
at
the
the end
gift
of the day.
of winning.
Yeah. All right, don't ruin it for me.
Sorry.
But no, it was great. And the kids, Kira had some friends around and stuff, and they all painted their faces with the England flag. And then my two next-door neighbours came in. And I thought, oh, this is nice, you know, because we didn't want a big kind of England party and all that. Not this time, anyway. And we better have one soon, by the looks of things. And anyway, it was really, really nice. And I thought, it won't be that late at night. My neighbours left at 7 o'clock the following morning.
How is that possible?
Well, we just
How
sat...
can people stay up that long?
We just sat and chatted.
You
It was brilliant. We had such a good time and such a laugh. So it was really, really good. I loved it.
I would have been asleep at 7 p.m. the night before.
I was.
Well, yes, I wasn't going to watch it, actually. No. I didn't want to. And it's not because you know, I'm not patriotic or anything like that, and I quite like football occasionally, but I tend to find that, especially with England, it's better to sort of leave it until they've kind of won a few games, and then you can start to get excited.
Isn't that just jumping on the bandwagon?
No, not... Why? Why would I be jumping on the bandwagon?
Well, if you leave it and don't support them from the beginning, but only when they've won a few times.
No, but you know, it just comes with disappointment prevention. That's what it is. Because you know, I was watching. I was trying to get excited. And actually, we were in a car and we were driving up the road to my friend's house. We were a little bit late, and you could hear, like, going out this road in London, you could just hear the noise. And we sort of caught a glimpse of a screen in a pub just as we were driving past, and you could see them all celebrating. This was the first goal, 3 minutes. And I thought, oh, no, that's it. 3 minutes, done the goal, oh, they're going to mess it up now. And everyone else was just, like, being really positive, and then, you know, sure enough. And I didn't say I told you so, I just said, yeah, I told you so.
Did he enjoy it?
Yeah, he did. And the funny thing was about Mark, he never says what he wants to do. He always lets me do what I want to do. And so we'd spend all day Saturday shopping in London on a Saturday. Can you imagine that?
Mad.
Like, yeah, my idea of hell. But we did it because I wanted to do it, and he did it because I wanted to do it. And then in the evening I said, oh, let's just go home. I don't want to watch the football. And he just went, actually, I'd quite like to watch it. So can we go? Because we've been invited round to some friends' house, so we.
Can I just ask you, what were the roads like? Because was it absolutely dead on the road?
Empty.
Was it?
Yeah,
I did wonder that.
Apart from, well, there was a bit of traffic, but apart from that, no, it wasn't.
No, it was weird because I drove out and there was just no. It's like everybody had gone, left England completely. It was weird.
There was so much noise in the streets.
I know.
Just because it was a warm night. Everybody was outside.
Did you watch it, Sherry?
Well, I wasn't going to watch it at all, and then Keely and Simon said, "Oh, come round." And because Oliver had gone to a friend's house where there's lots of boys, which he thought was great, and watched the show, football. Oh, no, I'm not interested. But anyway, I'll come round and have an Indian with you. So we sat there, which you do, don't you? When you play football, you have to have an Indian. And
not when you're playing, not while you're playing.
Oh well, yes. But anyway, so we sat there, and I was very quiet. And then suddenly, because I get so passionate about it, I started going, yes, come on. And Simon thought, well, he obviously thinks I'm a crazy mother-in-law anyway, but and I could see him going, oh, God, wish we hadn't invited her around. But it was, I do get really excited about football.
But did you enjoy it? Did you actually enjoy it as a match?
Yes, I wouldn't necessarily sat down and watch it, but once I'm in there, I'm actually on that field with them.
Do you know, Sherry, we could have done with you, because there's one person who didn't enjoy the match. That was England goalkeeper Robert Green. He was left shell-shocked after a 40th-minute lapse of concentration led to the USA equalising, denying England a victory. Now, it's been reported that Green was distraught after the error, but manager Fabio Capello said he made one mistake, but that's always a problem with keepers. Their mistakes are always highlighted, which is obviously, you know, hugely generous of him. Do you feel sorry for him? Did you feel sorry for him? And how quickly do you bounce back if you make a mistake?
Well, when it happened, I have to say, you know, we were all devastated and like, oh no, you know, screaming at the telly. And then everyone that was there was going well, yeah, no, but it's lunchtime. But everyone that was there was then so angry and just going on and on and on. And I turned into his mother.
I know.
I was like, oh, don't. Can you imagine his mum watching this now, or his family? And I was like, he's made a mistake. He didn't mean to make a mistake. You know, it's not like he meant to do it. And I mean, if had it been the final, I would have wanted to probably kill him. But the thing is, it wasn't.
No, only the first
So I
game.
felt, and you know, everybody does make mistakes. We've all made mistakes in our life, and
what do you think he should do? Do you think he should just bounce back, or?
I think he has to bounce back, and you know, I've made mistakes in my life. The problem is you can't mull over them. You know what I mean? Because you can't change them. The only thing you can do is learn from them. So I always try and go, OK, that was a terrible mistake, but I'm going to try and learn not to do that again. And hopefully that's, you know, he did. Let's not forget the brilliant save he then later on made.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I mean, it was quite catastrophic, though, wasn't it? And the problem is, like, it's with this ridiculous optimism and enthusiasm that everybody has for it. Their expectations are so high that they can't accept that people might make a mistake. I mean, you know, it was terrible. It was really terrible. And you just think, you know, the poor bloke, of course he didn't do it on purpose, and you kind of do feel a bit sorry for him because people are shouting abuse and, you know, like he just killed somebody. He didn't. He just didn't save a goal.
He did have a funny ball, though.
What?
He had a funny ball. That's what they said.
He had a funny ball.
They had a funny ball, didn't they, this time? They've got a wobbly ball or something.
But the thing is, he's got to come back from it, though, hasn't he? I mean, he's got to forget about it because he can't let it affect his confidence. And sometimes mistakes do that. You know, if you do something like that in front of all those people, that number of people, it is going to be hard for him to come back and just, like, you know, be the same as he was when he first went out.
I mean, did you... Obviously, you watched the game. One thing that struck me, you know, I was watching it with an 8-year-old little boy, so we were looking for the finer points of the match. Comedy gloves. His gloves were so big.
Yes.
How could he miss the ball with gloves like that? I thought he needed to have, you know, there's another one bites the dust gladiator gloves.
I know.
All fine.
I know. The thing is, though, you see, if you make mistakes, I mean, I do this. I don't know if you do it, but I go over and over in my mind what I said, where, you know, all the mistakes you ever make. It goes on and on. It replays in my head forever.
Why?
Even from years and years ago. Well, that's the problem, and I'm sure he will. But I think you've got to find a way of not doing that. But you just kind of wished yourself back in that moment so that you could, you know, like, you know that programme Quantum Leap? Well, I should have a quantum leaper in me, because if you can just go back and change that moment, wouldn't it be wonderful?
Yeah, but you can't. You can't. Why can't you accept that you can't? And just leave it behind. Leave it behind and stop torturing yourself and winding yourself up about things that you might have done differently.
Now know what you've been and gone and done. Cobra Army, that's torn it. If you want to see us embracing footy fever, then you might want to see our special World Cup song video that we've put together. Check out the drummer in the Scotland kit. Makes a very little appearance. It's me. It's on our website, itv.com/loosewomen. You can download it for free. It'll make you laugh, if nothing else. So go on, Rob Green. Go and have a little look. Yourself out.